So I graduated from the University of Ottawa Faculty of Law in 2012. I currently work for a not-for-profit organization that works to prevent violence against women and children. When I graduated, or when I went to law school, tuition per year was about $12,000, and I graduated with a debt load of close to $100,000, which includes OSAP and my student line of credit. The only reason I ever wanted to go to law school was to become a human rights lawyer or social justice lawyer, and I really didn't want to do anything else. And the reason why I chose the University of Ottawa was because the university really advertises itself as a school that has a social justice focus. So that's what really attracted me towards their program. But once I got into law school, I quickly became disillusioned because I realized that when it came to finding work, whether it be summer employment or articling positions, the university didn't really provide enough guidance to students in finding that type of work. All the information sessions, on-campus interviews, etc. were all geared towards the large corporate firms. So that meant that I had to do a lot more legwork to find the type of work that I wanted to do. It also meant that I was hired much later than a lot of my friends. And of course, it meant that the position, even though I was fortunate enough to find great work, the position obviously would not pay me as much as the large corporate firms would pay, which was fine at that point. The money aspect didn't bother me because while you're in law school, you don't really think about all the debt that you're incurring because you have your loan money sitting in your bank account and you're not required to repay any of it until you graduate. Once you graduate, however, that's when it really hits you because, not only are there not enough positions in social justice work or in the social justice area for lawyers who are interested in that type of work, but also that, even if you're fortunate enough to find work, and even if you love your job, every other decision that you make has to be measured against, the debt that you have. For students who have gone through 9 to 10 years of post-secondary education, especially students like myself who went to graduate school before going into law school, after all those years of hard work, you want to do other things in life. You might love your job, but it's very practical for an individual to have other aspirations. You might want to travel, you might want to have a family, you might want to buy a house or a car. All of those things are very practical decisions that an individual needs to make. But you realize that, with the debt load that you have, when you have like a $80,000 to $100,000 debt load looming over your head, either those plans get delayed or they simply get canceled because, your priority is always paying off that debt. So, for lawyers who really want to do more meaningful work, it's a really frustrating process. Even if lawyers want to start their own practice, that is becoming a non-option because when you have that much debt, you don't want to take that risk of starting a new business. You want to build a client base first. You want to get an associate position, or you want to even if you want to do like work in nonprofit or NGOs. It just becomes impractical when you have that much debt to consider.